Բարև ձեզ սիրելի հայրենակիցներ, ես Արփիկ Քեստենյանն եմ, մեկ նորից հանդիպում ենք Պան Արմենյանի տաղամարում, բարև, արև հաղորդման մեջ։ Այսօր մենք ունենք շատ կարևոր մի հաղորդում եւ մինչեւ մեր հաղորդման անցնելը ես խնդրում եմ ձեզ բոլորիդ, ովքեր որ մեզ հիմա դիտում են, դուք զանգահարեք ձեր երեխաներին, ձեր այն մարդկանց, ձեր բարեկամներին, հարազատներին, բոլորին եւ նրանց խնդրեք, որ անպայման նրանք նայեն այսօրվա մեր հաղորդումը, որովհետեւ այսօրվա մեր հաղորդումը բացառիկ հաղորդումներից մեկն է։ Ինչպես նաեւ, եթե նրանք դրսում են, հեռուստացույցի մոտ չեն, նրանք կարող են online-ով նայել Pan Armenian online եւ նայեն այս հաղորդումը։ Այսօր մենք պետք է խոսենք մի շատ կարևոր նյութի մասին, որը նորից վերաբերվում է մարդկանց կյանքի, մարդկանց կյանքը փրկելու մասին։ Եվ այսօր ես ունեմ շատ ինձ հարազատ, շատ կարևոր մի հյուր, երկու հյուրեր այսօր մենք ունենք, City of Hope առողջապահական կենտրոնից, որը այսօր բոլորդ էլ գիտեք, Լոս Անջելեսում City of Hope-ը այսօր ծառայում է հազարավոր մարդկանց եւ նրանք անում են այդ ռեսուրսները, այդ բուժումները, որտեղ նրանք փորձում են որ օգնեն մարդկանց եւ բուժեն մարդկանց, ովքեր ունեն քաղցկեղի հիվանդություններ։ Այսինքն այդ քաղցկեղի կենտրոնը, որը այսօր գտնվում է Լոս Անջելեսում, Դուարտե քաղաքում։ Եվ ես հիմա կուզեմ որ ձեզ ծանոթացնեմ իմ հյուրին։ Իմ հյուրը այսօր Քեյսին է, որը Քեյսին նրա position-ը City of Hope-ում դա կլինի Manager of Blood Donor Recruitment of City of Hope. Hello, Casey. Hi. Thank you for coming to our show.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. I was just telling my viewers about the talk show we're going to talk about today about the blood donor. And I wanted everyone to call their loved ones for them to watch us online and because this is a very important subject and it's very close to my heart. Well, welcome. And before we start talking about this blood donor, and honestly, of course, you know, I think about these things, but it didn't came to my attention until we had this disaster happening in Vegas.
Right.
With everybody, you know, a lot of people were shot. I know that there was one child, a cancer survivor, that he was shot, which was, you know, very sad to hear that. And I know that we talked about before the show, and we said, why wait until there is a disaster?
Right.
So I know there is so much we need to talk about, but before we do, can you please tell us a little bit about the program, and then we can talk about the other things.
Our blood donation program at the City of Hope, we recruit blood and platelet donors for our patients. And what makes it kind of unique in the sense that our patients are primarily patients who have cancer and blood-related diseases, and they require a lot more transfusional support than a typical hospital. So our transfusion needs at the City of Hope are much higher than a community hospital. So when situations like Vegas or 9/11 or these big tragedies that happen, it really shakes up the nation's blood supply. And City of Hope relies on that blood supply as well as whatever we collect ourselves. So it's really important now more than ever not to be reactive, but try to, as a community, be more proactive in making our blood supply healthy and sustainable before these disasters occur. And it's even more so of that word we need to get out for our patients. Because our patients require so much transfusional support just to make it through their bone marrow transplants, to make it through their chemotherapy, radiation, all these types of, you know, therapies. They need a lot of transfusional support. I was reading the more information about the City of Hope and the blood donor, and I understand that summertime it's because everybody goes on vacation. Absolutely.
And the City of Hope is very low on
Yes, so
blood.
Summer and winter is typically the most difficult time of the year for all blood banks, definitely, to collect. So we're actually coming up into our winter months, and which means our high schools and colleges where we actually collect the most of our whole blood in the field, they're on break. So we have no schools to go to at that time. We have to really rely heavily on the community. And at this time, to donate the platelets, you actually have to come to the City of Hope. So we don't have a platelet drive mobile yet in the field. So all the support needs to actually come to DeWardy for the platelets.
And what, can you please explain me what are platelets? I want our viewers to understand more.
So platelets is our clotting factor of our blood, and it keeps the blood the consistency it needs to be. Where if we have the correct platelet count and we hit our arm and it creates a bruise, you know, that's the platelets doing their thing. If we don't have enough platelets, that bruise to someone healthy could actually be, you know, deadly, could be internal bleeding. So platelets are extremely important to make sure that platelet count is up there. And another big difference with donating the blood and the platelets, it does take a little bit longer to donate. So you are giving more with platelets. It takes about 2 hours from start to finish to donate the platelets. But to kind of explain how we collect the platelets a little bit, think of your washing machine, and it's on the spin cycle, and the clothes stick to the side of the drum. It's very similar. We're going to spin the blood. The platelets are going to stick to the side of the drum, and that allows us just to collect the platelet cells.
It's like harvesting, right?
Yeah, and then we're going to give your red cells back to you.
Yes.
So if you're not familiar with that type of donation, it's definitely new, but it's important. And
so that can save someone's life.
Oh yes, absolutely.
How important that is.
Absolutely. And you know, we have patients who sometimes require multiple transfusions, platelets a day for weeks to get through their bone marrow transplant. And without those transfusions, they wouldn't even be able to talk about a transplant. So it's really important to remember, if you go in, donate the platelets, and they get transfused, you know, that's a mom going home to their child more. You know, that's a grandma who gets to stay alive to witness their grandchildren longer. You know, it's a father who needs to get back to work. These are all real people who are relying on people they don't know to keep them alive.
And do we have a limitation on age or patients if they have any kind of health issues going on? Is there a limitation? Can you please tell us more about that?
Yeah, there definitely is donation criteria. There is no upper age limit. If you meet all the health criteria, then you should be fine. The lower age limit, 16-year-old with parental consent.
Oh, parental consent.
Yeah,
okay.
It's state of California. You can donate at 17 years old without parental consent. So at 17, you can start to donate. Whole blood every 56 days you can donate, and platelets every 2 weeks. There are some traveling restrictions, some medication restrictions, and there's so many, so it would be hard to go through each one of them. But definitely, if someone's interested, I would highly suggest just giving our phone number a call and then speaking with one of our registered nurses. We can get you a yes or no right over the phone. It's very easy to make your appointment. You can even just come in and check the criteria, you know, because they still have to check your blood pressure, your iron level. Those things we can't check over the phone. So you would still need to kind of come in and make that effort.
So this is a very important message to our community, that how important it is to just to have the awareness, to just talk about this, and to just save someone's life, just giving up blood. And I know before the show we were talking, and you made a good point that, you know, you give out the blood and then your body makes new blood cells, which is healthier for you. I mean, how good can it get, right? The importance of just understanding the fact that you're helping someone to live again and just giving the blood. And it's very sad that, I know we talked about this, that sometimes, you know, as humans, you know, we have to wait until the last minute. And I know that in my culture, I see that with other issues coming up, even with other health issues. But this is something that we should not wait. And then I know that we talked about, you said if somebody has a health problem, like if they're pregnant, they can't. The pregnant woman can't.
Yeah, if you figure out you're not eligible to donate, that doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop. The need is still there. The education still needs to be had. Ask your neighbor, ask your friend, ask your sister.
And thank God for social media. You know,
exactly. And now, exactly, we have so many more platforms now. If you want to make a difference, then make it. Do it. It's time to do it. It's time to step up and actually action now. We need the action.
Սիրելի հայրենակիցներ, ուրեմն մենք кейսի հետ խոսում ենք այդ կարևորագույն խնդրի մասին, որը այսօր Ամերիկայի Միացյալ Նահանգներում, այս նահանգում մենք ունենք եւ դա այդ պակասն է այրյան, այսինքն blood donor-ի, որ մարդիկ առաջ գան եւ այրուն donate անեն, այսինքն նվիրեն City of Hope-ին, որ այսպիսի crisis-ների ժամանակ, ինչպես որ մենք ունեցանք Las Vegas-ում եւ Աստված մի արասցե, եթե մենք ունենանք երկրաշարժ earthquake 8 point-ից ավելի կամ որևէ մի disaster որ լինի բնության հետ եւ այդ ժամանակ այսինքն պետք է բոլորը խառնվեն իրար որ գան այսինքն հասցնեն այդ blood donor-ը եւ ես խնդրում եմ ձեզ ինչպես որ նշեցի եւ ավելի սա ես կուզեմ որ մեր երիտասարդները այսօր ավելի ակտիվ մասնակցեն այս հարցերի շուրջ եւ ինչու՞ չէ դուք կարող եք թեկուզ կես օրը տրամադրեք դրան որ դուք գնաք City of Hope եւ կարողանաք ձեր այրունը տակ, այսինքն donor, blood donor լինեք եւ այդպիսով դուք օրվա վերջում ձեզ լավ կզգաք, որ դուք ինչ որ մի բան անում եք մարդկության համար. And I know that the holidays are coming. December, it's it's going to be Thanksgiving. Let's start from Thanksgiving.
Our schedules get tight.
Right. But how can you feel good about yourself, it's the Thanksgiving and you want to do something nice. I don't find anything better than just going and just giving blood.
Sharing the gift of life.
The gift of life, exactly. The Christmas is coming.
Yes, definitely.
Share the gift of life. Share a gift of life. And one thing that just came into my mind that I hopefully, I know that we have a long way going together and I really want to support you as I want to represent my Armenian community as a person that people love me and trust me and I have the trust of everybody. I want to bring my community together and for us to, how can we help each other? And honestly, this is something that's very close to my heart. And I'm thinking maybe we can do or organize something together, a blood donor, maybe in Glendale. If people cannot go to City of Hope, we can have people come to Glendale. We can do something together and call everybody, have everybody come. And I know that my community, it's always been supportive of the events that I have done. One of the things that I really want to thank City of Hope is that there was a child in Armenia, he had cancer. He had kidney cancer and the doctors in Armenia, because they didn't have the resources, they couldn't help the child, and the child was brought into United States through Bridge of Health organization, which I'm part of, and the child was treated at City of Hope, and it's been 5 years, he's still going, and yes, and his mom, they're coming back in November, and they're coming for the just a follow-up with the doctor. I don't have the doctor's name, but I just want, on behalf of the Armenian community, I want to say thank you for being there for our community and for helping us. Thank you so much for coming to our show. We're going to have our next guest, Latasha.
Okay.
And we'll talk more about the blood donor. Սիրելի հայրենակիցներ, մենք նոր շարունակում ենք մեր հաղորդումը։ Մեր ծանոթացնում եմ ձեզ իմ երկրորդ հյուրին, Latasha Johnston-ը, որը ներկայացնում է City of Hope Community Outreach Program-ը. Latasha, thank you for coming to our show.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes. First I want to thank you for you're the person that it's through you that I got to know City of Hope more and about the blood donor.
Yes.
And this is very close to my heart, as you know. The reason of this that you're here today is we're trying to bring awareness to my community, to my people, and for them to understand the importance of blood donor, importance of just giving that couple of hours a day, either going to City of Hope or hopefully we can do an event together here in Glendale for them to come be part of it. And I know that my community has always been very supportive of me. One thing that I know that we talked about this, that one thing that it really got my attention is that my first question, where is our current blood supply today?
Well, our current blood supply, there's always a need. actually. With the disasters, you know, as we talked about earlier, the collection agencies tend to focus on where the disaster is, as they should. But what that does is that kind of puts us at a deficit, because currently, you know, only 3% of eligible donors actually donate on a regular basis. So there is a shortage of donors across the board. So when we have these disasters, then that really puts the blood supply in a critical place.
Wow. You're canceling, I mean, not you, we're canceling surgeries because there is a low blood
and platelet,
platelet supply.
Unfortunately, that is one of the consequences that could happen when there is a shortage, when we have these critical shortages. So it's critical. You know, we don't want the doctors to, you know, have to make those decisions, those choices as to when this bone marrow transplant has to be rescheduled, or this person cannot get these platelets at this time.
The bone marrow transplant, I know that, you know, it's very close to my heart too, because in my Armenian nature, as a bone marrow, because we, you know, our DNA is very unique.
Absolutely.
It's hard to find the donor.
Absolutely.
And to find the donor and to put this on hold because there is a supply, I mean,
a shortage.
it's not fair to the people. So I think my community will come together. I believe in them, that we will make a difference, and we'll say, you know what, we're going to give, we're going to have a blood donor day, and to help this situation. I know that, you know, if everybody comes together, we can move mountains. I really believe in that.
Absolutely. Community partners are really critical to our efforts at City of Hope.
Exactly.
So that support is truly appreciated.
And as far as education, City of Hope is what are the things, how are you educating community? I know that, you know, this right now we're doing this through my TV program, but
right. Well, for me personally, my outreach is specifically for the blood donor center. So I look for opportunities to go out into the community to various events, whether that be chamber events, health fairs, seminars, symposiums, any opportunity where I can get a captive audience so that I can just educate them about the importance of blood donation at City of Hope. Our patients require over 3,500 units of blood products each and every month. And that's more than any hospital that's surveyed in Southern California. So absolutely, because of the nature of our treatment, patients at City of Hope require more blood. We're fortunate. We have a community base of donors that do come to donate for us on a regular basis at the hospital. We host upwards of 15, 20 blood drives each and every month. And unfortunately, that still does not meet the needs of our patients. So we do have to go to outside collection agencies to meet the needs of our patients each and every month. And
I know that coming from the community point of view, sometimes, you know, if you're not in healthcare especially, you never think about these things. And for example, someone like City of Hope, we all think that, oh, it's City of Hope, they're the biggest because, I mean, you're world known.
Right.
I have doctors from Armenia, doctors from other countries that they know about City of Hope. Everybody talks about City of Hope because that's a cure for cancer center. And your place is really beautiful. Oh my God.
I
the Japanese garden, and it's just it's very beautiful. However, the one thing that we don't realize that how much work has to be done behind closed doors. You as an individual and Casey, both of you, the tremendous amount of work that you have to do behind closed doors that nobody even knows about it, but you make that difference because you do the work, you bring in people together for that someone that they'll be needing a surgery, or the bone marrow, or the cancer patient that will be needing that the blood. Սիրելի հայրենակիցներ, մենք Լեթիշայի հետ խոսում ենք այդ կարևորագույն հարցի մասին, որը մենք պետք է տրամադրենք, մենք պետք է հասկանանք, որ ինչքան կարևոր է, որ մենք մի քանի ժամ տրամադրենք եւ գնանք եւ մեր այրունը դոնեյտ անենք, որովհետեւ այդպիսով մենք կարող ենք փրկել մեկի կյանքը։ Դուք տեսնում եք, որ այս մարդիկ, դա լինի Լթաշան, դա լինի Քեյսին, այսինքն այդ փակ դռների ետևում ինչքան գործ է արվում, եւ մենք այսօր խոսում ենք City of Hope կազմակերպության մասին, որ աշխարհով մեկ նրանք շատ մեծ են, եւ մենք կարծում ենք, որ նրանց մոտ ամեն ինչ նրանք կարող են անել, այո, կարող են անել, բայց այսպիսի մարդիկ են, որ պետք է այդ այդ կարևորագույն գործերը յետևում լինեն, որ ամեն ինչը գա իր տեղը գտնի եւ այդ մարդիկ, ովքեր որ պետք ունեն այդ գործողություններին, այդ քաղցկեղով հիվանդները, որ պետք ունեն այդ այրան եւ այդ մարդիկ, ովքեր որ պետք ունեն bone marrow transplant-ի, այսինքն ոսկրածուծի այդ transplant-ի, որ պետք է ունենան այդ այրանը եւ այդ ժամանակ, այսինքն crisis-ի ժամանակ այդ այրունները նրանք կարողանան տան այդ հիվանդներին. I was just telling in Armenian about the importance of the blood donor.
Absolutely.
Just being a blood donor. And I know that we talked with Casey that the holidays are coming, and holidays are especially Thanksgiving is a time of the year that I say thank you. Thank you to God. Thank you to everyone. Thank you for all my friends. And thank you for God bringing me people like you on my path. I'm really, really thankful.
Absolutely.
And one way that my community can say thank you, why not? Let's say thank you this way. Let's have a day. Let's become a blood donor. Let's give our blood. And we talked with Casey and we said it will be healthy for us,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
Exactly. And what other programs, what other information that you think it's crucial that my viewers should know about?
Well, there's many ways that you can help out. As we mentioned, we'd love to come out and do a blood drive in the community. That would be really helpful. If you are unable to be a blood or platelet donor, you can tell your friends and family.
Put it on Facebook, on Instagram.
Absolutely. We are at City of Hope BDC, City of Hope Blood Donor Center, and we also have a page on Twitter. Our website is iDonateBloodForHope.org.
I donate blood for hope. I love that. I donate blood for hope.
And we just really want the community to know that blood donation is truly, truly a significant gift. As you mentioned, the holidays, the donations tend to decrease because of the travel and, you know, the cold and flu season. So these really become critical times for our patients. But, you know, unfortunately, cancer doesn't take a holiday. It doesn't take a vacation. And our patients are still there in the fight of their lives. So when you donate to a patient at City of Hope, that's exactly what you give. You give hope that they can continue to thrive and fight this disease. And you give time with their families and time to create additional memories and time for our doctors and scientists to come up with new and improved treatments and hopefully someday a cure. And by being a donor, you will have been a part of all of that. So it's truly a significant gift.
Wonderful. Սիրելի հայրենակիցներ, ինչպես որ տեսակ լթեշան շատ գեղեցիկորեն նշեց այդ մի բանը, որ cancer-ը, քաղցկեղը այսօր չի կանգնում եւ ասում այսօր holiday, այսօր սպասենք ամուսորը, դա մի բան է, որ ամեն վարքյան դա կարևոր է եւ դա չի կարող կանգնել եւ այդ մարդիկ, ովքեր որ այսօր ունեն այդ հիվանդությունը, քաղցկեղի հիվանդությունը, նրանք մի վարքյան անգամ չեն կարող կանգնել, եթե նրանց այրուն պետք է, մենք պետք է նրանց անմիջապես այդ այրունը տրվի եւ դուք տեսնում եք, որ որքան գործ է արվում, որքան հոգի եւ որքան սեր է դրվում այս ամենի մեջ, բայց փակ դռների ետևում, որ մենք այսօր նույնիսկ ես, որ այսքան առողջապահության մեջ եմ, ես էլ այդքան լուրջ ունեի այս City of Hope-ի գործունեության մասին, ինչքան որ այս ես իմացա, երբ որ ես հանդիպեցի Լաթաշային. I was just telling my viewers, you know, even myself being in healthcare, I'm very involved in healthcare. I've been in healthcare for about 20 years, but I myself didn't know much about the work that you do behind closed doors. Just that I met you, I found you, thank God, and now I understand the importance. And honestly, it's like I think about this very seriously, and I want to, of course, you know, through my TV program and through our Facebook page and my friends, I'm gonna talk about my friends, the importance of giving a blood donor, to being a blood donor. So our event, we want to put it together. I know that everything it's fast, but you know what? I believe in that. There's reasons for everything.
Absolutely.
I will try to put an event together in Glendale. So I will have my viewers, the Armenian community come and so they don't have to travel to. But I would love them to travel because it's a beautiful place. It is
a beautiful
it's a
campus,
place to go and just spend a day. Why not? To see the beauty and the nature. It's just how you guys put it together.
Right. Well, it'll be good for the group to get together, and it will be more of a sense of community if they are there all together donating for that
So
cause.
definitely we'll put something together. Սերն հայլակիցներ ես հոստանում եմ ձեզ, որ անպայման ես եւ Լթիշան եւ Քեյսին մենք միասին կփորձենք որ event կազմակերպենք հենց Գլենդելում blood donor event կլինի եւ ես վստահ եմ որ դուք բոլորդ էլ ինձ չեք թողնի մենակ, այսինքն ինձ ամոթով չեք թողնի իմ հյուրերիս մոտ City of Hope-ի առաջ, որ մենք բոլորս միասին մեկ մարդու նման գանք այդ օրը եւ մեր այրունը տանք, blood donor լինենք եւ ինչ որ մի կարեւորագույն փոփոխություն անենք City of Hope-ի գործունեության մեջ, որովհետեւ նրանք էլ մեր կողքին միշտ կանգնած են, ինչպես որ մենք նշեցինք, այդ հայ երեխան, որը Հայաստանում ուներ քաղցկեղ երիկամների եւ այնտեղ նրան երեխային 3 ամիս կյանք էին տվել, բայց երեխային մենք բերեցինք Ամերիկայի Միացյալ Նահանգներ Bridge of Health-ի միջոցով, իմ հարգանքներս Bridge of Health-ին, եւ այդ երեխան բուժվում է City of Hope-ում եւ այսօր արդեն 5 տարի է նա լավ վիճակում է եւ նրա մայրը եւ այդ երեխան նոյեմբեր ամսին նորից պետք է գան եւ follow-up appointment-ը իրեն շարունակեն City of Hope-ի բժիշկների հետ. Natasha, thank you so much. I was telling my viewers about the event we will do together, and I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, you and Casey, for coming in today. And definitely we will do another shows together, and God's willing, we will do our event. The holidays are coming, so we'll have something in December.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you. Սիրելի հայրենակիցներ, խնդրում եմ, որ այս հաղորդումը կկրկնվի Կիրակի առավոտյան, ես խնդրում եմ, որ դուք ձեր բոլոր բարեկամներին, հարազատներին խնդրեք, հարևաններին խնդրեք, որ այս կրկնողությունը նրանք նայեն, որովհետև սա շատ կարևորագույն մի ինֆորմացիա է եւ հարցումների համար դուք կարող եք զանգահարել պաստարի վրա երևացող հեռախոսազանգերին կամ ինտերնետային կապի միջոցով կապվել նրանց հետ կամ էլ կարող եք զանգահարել հենց ինձ Ես ձեզ բոլորիդ շատ սիրում եմ, մենք նորից կհանդիպենք։ Ստեսություն։